Hey Pack Leader, this is Ian with Friends Around Protecting Families from Protecting Pack. I want to give an update today what the Leveragre Trapper bot. We've noticed that these transition points here, oh, hold on a second, there it is. Let me move things over. Flashes, but sometimes we're like, okay, we try to make sense of this data. And what we've learned is that we've learned to track the numbers down. So this here will give us the maximum minimum velocity and acceleration that this will pass by within the last 6 hours or so. Okay, so in the last 6 hours we can look at the max and min, and the max and min of this acceleration at 30 minutes would probably be here. The max min, maybe the max here and the min here, and then as 6 hours passes by, this will expire, and maybe the max might be this guy here, and then this is the min. So just depending on that change, we can kind of see how things are changing throughout time, and then as these numbers change, we can then track and see how things are going, and we're making sure that our transition points, if we're tracking 30-minute, is within negative 0.25 and a positive 0.32. Okay, so if these are the maximums, if we have our transition points just below these numbers, maybe about 5 or 10%, then that should give us an entry in. So if this is negative 0.25, that means it would have to, let me check here. Oh, frozen. You would have to pump high enough to create that 0.25 transition. Okay, so let's just take a little look here on what it's doing, and maybe I'll do this. Push this. Yeah, I can do that. All right, that's better. Alright, see, as it comes down, this velocity is negative, right? So as it comes down, that's when we want to actually long. So tracking 30 minutes, if this becomes positive 0.32, I believe, 30-minute positive 0.32, or maybe positive 0.3, that would be a good time to enter. So right now it is at positive 0.01, so that's a long ways to go, right? 0.01 versus 0.3, and as you can see, it's not really coming down hard enough. It's just horizontal, so that's not where we want to enter. We want to enter when it comes down hard at 0.3. That's when we long, and then when it longs, for example, like here, we long right down there, and then it'll come up. Okay, and then on the opposite, as it goes up, if it pumps a little too hard and it fires off a negative point, whatever it is, negative 0.25, then we will get in on a short, okay, or close out the long order. Okay, so that's how that's gonna work. That way we don't have to figure out it should be 0.25, and then the market changes, now it's 0.18 or 0.16, because the volatility would change and it'll be more horizontal or be a little more crazier. We can then check on what that is, and we don't have to rely on ourselves entering that number. It's just going to track the market. So we're really learning a lot now on what's going on. Anything where we have to figure it out, we have to be like, okay, wait a minute, that's not right. We should not be involved at all. It should just track things and then learn from it, get the max and mins, and then use those points to enter and exit based on the pattern of what's trending and up and whatnot. So we're actually building a version 2, which is on a different platform that's on a 64-bit program. Uses artificial intelligence, and we're going to be able to connect by WebSockets. So we'll be able to subscribe to live data, plot it, and to watch these things, and then put that as input into the neural network. So we'll be able to get the velocity, acceleration, the harmonics, amplitude, wavelengths, angular velocity, angular acceleration, with this bouncing ball kind of model, because it seems like it's a bouncing ball. You kind of model it as it goes, boink, 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 and then the staircase, boink, 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 boink. Or it could be upside the inverted staircase, right? Maybe gravity's going up instead, and so it's falling down upwards, boink, 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 right? So those are certain things that we're going to do to kind of model it. Maybe it just hit something, or it fell and it just inverted and just dropped. You know, it still seems like a bouncing ball kind of thing. So we're going to use those harmonics, the amplitude, acceleration, to kind of predict where things are going. We're going to give those information to the neural network, and then on output, let it decide to buy, short, and give it some strategies in a sense. Teach it how to DCA, where you can use DCA, dollar cost averaging. You can maybe put a stop in there. You can just exit. You can do market order. You can maybe change an order, replace an order. You can maybe change the contract size, adjust the leverage, and then we just give it constraint and say, hey, use this portfolio and grow it by X amount and go. So that would be kind of cool to do. And I think well, from what we've learned, we kind of guide it and teach it too, so that it'll learn and improve and maybe do something that we never had thought of, that we're like, whoa, that's pretty interesting. So this is quite an interesting project. I am considering doing a crowdfunding so that I don't have to front all that money to develop it. So look forward to a announcement on that, and I'll set up a little form here and put a little offer here to see if you guys want to help support this project. Most likely you'll be incentivized greatly, and I'll give you more details as that comes along. Alright, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, hit the ring bell notification so that you can get the latest updates, and then join our Discord for the latest updates too. Okay, thanks.